It was a cold winter morning when I woke up to the sound of rain tapping on my window. At first, I thought it was just another gray day, but as I pulled back the curtains, I realized it wasn't rain, it was snow. The whole world outside looked like it had been wrapped in a soft, white blanket. Trees wore coats of frost, and the streets were quiet, as if everyone was still asleep. My heart leapt with excitement because I loved snow. It always made me feel like anything could happen. I quickly got dressed in my warmest clothes, jeans, a thick sweater, gloves, and my favorite red scarf, and ran downstairs. My parents were already in the kitchen, sipping hot chocolate and talking about how beautiful everything looked. "Are we going out?" I asked eagerly, hoping they'd say yes. They smiled and nodded. "Let's go for a walk," Dad said. "But bundle up, it's freezing out there." The moment we stepped outside, the cold air hit my face, making my cheeks tingle. Everything felt so peaceful. The only sounds were our boots crunching against the fresh snow and the occasional chirp of a bird somewhere far away. We started walking toward the park, which wasn't too far from our house. Along the way, I noticed tiny details that made the scene magical: icicles hanging from rooftops like sparkling jewels, footprints left by early risers, and even a stray cat curled up asleep in a cardboard box covered with a towel. When we reached the park, it felt like stepping into a dream. The playground equipment was coated in snow, and swings swayed gently in the breeze. No one else was around, so it seemed like we had the entire place to ourselves. I couldn't resist running ahead and jumping into a pile of snow near a bench. It was soft and powdery, and it puffed up around me like clouds. Laughing, I threw some snow at my dad, who pretended to be shocked before grabbing a handful himself. Soon, we were having a full-blown snowball fight, laughing until our sides hurt. Afterward, we decided to build a snowman together. Mom rolled the biggest ball she could manage for the body while Dad worked on the middle section. I took charge of the head, shaping it carefully with my mittens. Once we stacked all three parts, we searched for items to decorate him. A carrot from our picnic bag became his nose, 2 small stones served as eyes, and sticks formed his arms. To finish him off, I gave him my scarf, tying it loosely around his neck. He looked silly but adorable, standing tall and proud in the middle of the park. We named him Frosty Jr., after the famous snowman from the song. As we admired our creation, I spotted something moving in the distance. At first, I thought it was a dog, but as it came closer, I realized it was a little boy, no older than 5 or 6. He was bundled up in a blue coat and red hat, dragging a sled behind him. His cheeks were rosy, and he looked unsure, glancing around as if searching for someone. I waved to get his attention, and he hesitated before walking over. "Hi," I said warmly. "Are you here alone?" He nodded shyly. "My mom said she'd meet me here, but I can't find her." My parents exchanged worried looks. "Don't worry," Mom reassured him. "We'll help you look for her." She knelt down to his level. "What's your name?" "Ethan," he replied softly. "Well, Ethan, let's see if we can spot your mom nearby," Dad suggested. Together, we began searching the park, calling out her name. After a few minutes, we heard a faint voice calling back. Following the sound, we found a woman hurrying toward us, her face pale with worry. When she saw Ethan, she rushed forward and hugged him tightly. "I'm so sorry," she exclaimed, tears streaming down her face. "I got delayed at work, and I thought he'd stay put." "It's okay," Mom assured her. "We're just glad we could help." The woman thanked us repeatedly before leaving with Ethan, who turned back to wave goodbye. Watching them leave reminded me how lucky I was to have my family with me. As we continued our walk, I felt grateful for this unexpected adventure. By late afternoon, the snow began melting slightly, turning the ground slushy underfoot. Our boots were soaked, and our fingers were numb, but none of us cared. We stopped at a cafe on the way home and treated ourselves to steaming cups of hot chocolate topped with whipped cream. Sitting by the window, I watched as people hurried past, their breath-forming clouds in the chilly air. For the first time in weeks, I felt truly content. That night, as I lay in bed, I thought about everything that had happened during the day, the snowball fights, building Frosty Jr. meeting Ethan, and helping reunite him with his mom. Each moment had been simple yet meaningful. Sometimes, life surprises you with its beauty, not through grand events but through quiet, ordinary moments shared with others. The next morning, I woke up to find the snow almost completely gone, melted away by the rising sun. But even though the magic of winter faded, the memories stayed fresh in my mind. I realized something important: happiness doesn't come from big adventures or expensive gifts. It comes from being present, with nature, with strangers, and most importantly, with the people you love. From that day on, I promised myself to appreciate these small wonders more often. Whether it's playing in the snow, sharing a cup of hot chocolate, or lending a hand to someone in need, every little thing adds color to our lives. And sometimes, those colors shine brightest on the coldest days.